Last week on Our Stormy Present, the gang crashed an Empire Entertainment show to steal an expensive amplifier. In the process, they came across a strange device powered by an extremely hungry demon and wrecked the shit out of it. This week, it's time for high-flying violence and conversations with your dad's friend in Bone Dry Martini. After a pit stop at a floating junkyard, the members of the band that... I don't think we ever named the band, actually. Do we want to name the band?
Yeah, this does not feel like something I would have input on.
God, yeah, I don't know. Kind of put us on the spot here.
Fuck the Empire, I don't know.
We could just name it after the ship, which has 3 names to choose from.
Well, I was going to say, Forte has probably signed the band up for various events by different names over the course of however long she's been with the group.
What were the names we came up with for the ship again? We did that weeks ago.
I'm seeing Old Betsy.
Right.
The Brave Hope, the Dream Chaser, and the Ship. All of these are our band name.
Yep.
I'm good with Old Betsy, personally, but...
Yeah, you would be. That's the name your character calls it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's one of those things we all call it something different.
Yeah, but we need a name for the band.
Same thing. The band and the ship are the same thing.
Yeah, I like that.
There's just a flyer that says Old Betsy, a.k.a. Brave Hope, a.k.a. the Dream Chaser.
Right, yeah.
AKA
it's like
the
going,
ship.
Right, it's like going to the Totally Reprised webpage. Audio entropy.
All right, so the band, which is... Oh, what was the Cars one called?
Oh, what? Life is a Reprise Way?
Yeah, Life is a Reprise Way, the band.
That's not our name.
No!
I refuse. Our name is The Ship, a.k.a. Old Betsy, a.k.a. The Brave Hope, a.k.a. The Dream Chaser.
No, I think it's Life is a Reprise Way.
God damn.
Let's compromise and call it Lightning McQueen.
Sure.
God, no, I do not. I don't want to run afoul of Disney.
Thunder McQueen. Thunder
McKing, yeah.
Yeah, Thunder McKing.
Thunder McKing, all right.
All right. Thunder McKing has taken to the skies of Shinewave again in search of Garcia, a demonologist and former pirate who worked alongside Leah's father, Buckner. According to his ghost, Garcia mentioned wanting to retire to Costa Quindici, an isolated island which has always served as a safe haven for rebels, thieves, and performers who couldn't secure a contract with Empire.
All right.
Okay.
You guys want to vamp at all, or just...
I mean, that's where Leah's heading, unless someone else in the crew has any objections, so...
Yeah, no, I think, God, who the fuck am I? What's my name?
Pottleroy?
There we go, that's me, Pottleroy. Yeah, I think he is just, huddled up on the couch, still just trying to, calm his nerves after all the shit that went down last time, and trying to make sense of what on earth just happened.
Rosa is playing on the new guitar, but it has too many keys, so she's, reprogramming it so that, a bunch of them play the same note.
Forte managed to pick up a bag of combos from a vending machine at the junkyard.
They don't have combos in space!
They're space combos.
Oh, it's
No,
combos.
hold on, we need an
Combos?
alternative sci-fi futuristic nickname for combos. Collaborations?
Combos with a K.
Combos are the uniting tether between all Eidolon-affiliated podcasts.
I'm looking up
Wombos.
thesaurus.com for combination. I think they're called agries for aggregate.
Sure.
I agree, sure. I like the sound of that.
So anyway, I'm just stuffing my mouth full of flavor-filling pretzels and trying to get Pottleroy to understand that we just simply don't need to worry about understanding what happened back there because that was back there. And we're no longer back there, so it's not our problem.
All right, but my main concern is that what if what was back there ends up being up there, I say, pointing forward.
And it's making better time than we are, and I think we can just let it keep passing on by.
Unless it turns around.
Listen, what would that thing want with us? We helped it get free. If anything, it would be thanking us.
Oh, boy.
We should have charged it. I did want to eat it, so...
I think it wanted to eat you too, though.
That's what happens, dear narrator. Sometimes two things want to eat each other, and you figure out who eats who.
That's nature.
Nature finds a way.
Speaking of nature, the van is approaching a forested island filled with mountains and trees and waterfalls, all sorts of beautiful fixtures of nature. There's some nice seaside towns, not much in the way of cities. It's a fairly rural floating island as things go. But there's also just like a lot of trucks. Like there's a lot of trucks floating around that island.
What type of trucks?
Real big motherfuckers, real big rigs are floating around that island.
Lots of truck nuts?
Shit, it's a trucker island.
Well, is this the island we're trying to get to, or?
I think Leah's dad would pop in at that and be like, well, I suppose it is, but I haven't ever seen so many ships in the air, especially ships like that.
Sorry, I've been zoned out staring into the middle distance for the past 5 hours. Where are we going again?
Oh, we're gonna go see we're gonna go see my dad's old partner. He knows about demons and stuff.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's probably for the best.
All right, yeah, go ahead and lie back down, Pottleroy. I'll be ready to explain it all again when you forget in a half hour.
Sounds good.
So yeah, how are you gonna approach this island? Are you just gonna try and barrel through or what?
Well, is there any reason we can't just find a spot to park, or?
Parking seems real rough. At least
Let's just pull over here and walk over to it.
Sure.
Like, is there no place to? Is there absolutely no place to land, or?
there are some gaps in between the trucks, but there's like a lot of them, and you know, the caravan itself is on the larger side, especially with all the bullshit attached to it.
Caravan?
Van, camper van, RV.
Okay. You meant RV.
The flying ship, which is just a thing with a hot air balloon on the back.
Okay. Well, I'm at a loss. Both in and out of character.
What if we fly up over the island and find somewhere to land on land instead of docking at the edge?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. That's what I was asking, is if that was doable.
All right. Well, I don't know.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, it's just let's just try and find a clearing or something, right?
Or make one.
I
roll down the window and just point a gun out.
I think
No, put that away.
I think Forte's PDA starts ringing.
Oh, I didn't know I could do this. Hello?
Hey there. What's with the gun? And the whole hot air balloon thing? What's going on?
Oh, we're just looking for a place to land. Figured seems like parking's a little rough, so we were just gonna make our own spot.
Oh no, that's no trouble at all. Do you have an official Empire Entertainment letter of marque?
Oh, yeah, of course we do.
Great, could you just scan it and send it over to me, and I can make sure that everything looks good to go?
Ooh, we do not have a working scanner. That's actually part of the reason why we're here. Broke down halfway through. Need to pick up a new one.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm looking at the metadata from your PDA there. Seems like it should be good to go.
Oh yeah, you'd think so, but no, this thing is physically busted. Like the lens is just shot. I could definitely scan something and send it to you, but it's just gonna look like a bunch of blotches.
All right, I'm gonna say roll charm plus lies. You have both of those. I'm gonna say difficulty 1, so that's gonna amount to 2d10.
Those are both 4s.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Not ideal. And no kismet stress, so playing with fire isn't gonna work here. Alright, yeah, let me just do a quick roll for stress. Alright, well, that's not too bad. There's just one stress, you can take that easy. I think there's a pause and the noise of typing on the other end, and the person's like, see, I don't know about that, and between your story not really lining up with what I'm pulling from the PDA, the gun not being an Empire manufactured product, and the fact that your van's trajectory seems to be taking you on a direct path away from the site of a terrible calamity, I'm starting to think that maybe you're some kind of pirate, and we should open fire.
Oh, absolutely no need for that, ma'am. We are not pirates. We are a humble band.
I think while you're saying that, there's just sort of a humming and clanking noise as several of the trucks begin to unveil, I guess you'd call them beam cannons.
This is
Shit! Fuck. Okay.
this is why I hate truckers.
I think Pottleroy's gonna kind of sort of shove Forte out of view of the PDA's camera or whatever. He's like, oh, hold on just a second, hold on. What's all this for? We haven't done anything wrong.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's just what we've been hired for. See, there's no trade going in or out. We're doing a blockade for Empire. It's a contract thing.
Oh, you're doing a block. Oh, well, we didn't know that. Did you know that?
No one told us there was a
no.
blockade going on.
No. Oh, if we had understood there was a blockade, of course. You had to respect a blockade. Goodness gracious, I'm so sorry.
why is there a blockade?
Oh, who can say? But we should probably just be on our way, right?
I would think they can say.
Oh no, we can say it's because they've been doing a bunch of unauthorized trade, harboring pirates, harboring unlicensed demonologists, all kind of stuff like that.
Oh, goodness gracious. We would have never come here if we knew they were so disreputable. Well, we should probably just turn ourselves around and put her on to a different, mechanic? Is that what we're still looking for? I've already forgotten.
Pottleroy,
What's up?
hang up.
Okay, yeah, sure. Where's the, no, that's the volume control. No, that's
Forte, hang up.
just the speakerphone.
I hang it up.
Rosa has been winding up her hula hoop this whole time.
I think as soon as the connection dies, Pottleroy just starts screaming, "They're going to shoot us!"
Forte also starts screaming at the PDA, "Did you rat us out, you little shit?"
I am incapable of ratting you out. This was an unrelated incident that you miraculously managed to bumble into through your unrelated plans.
So I assume that the band has a big door that opens in the side like bands do.
Yeah.
I think that's reasonable.
Rosa's gonna open that as she's spinning up the hula hoop, and she's gonna see if she can reach, if there's anything she could land on of any other truck nearby.
What are you doing?
All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna say there's one truck in particular. Most of these don't really have trailers. The ones that do have trailers, they just seem to be a place to mount more weapons. Mm-hmm. But one in particular has got like a nice, clear, empty bed, and you could basically use that thing as a runway and just like roll on down there.
Yeah, I will do that.
All right, give me Rush plus Dread, no difficulty, so 3d10.
449.
All right, so yeah, you just sort of rev up, and you know that thing that Sonic the Hedgehog does?
Yeah, I know exactly.
You spin dash right down there, just slide in, roll along the bed of that truck, sort of bounce against the cab.
This point, in midair is when the hula hoop turns on. Mm-hmm. So it goes from being a ball to like a armored ball to a like red ball of laser that leaves a streak behind.
God, yes.
And then that just smashes itself into the truck and carves the back of that truck.
Okay, so inside the cab of that truck, I think what you see is... Now, this is unfortunate because I did write this description a week or two ago, so pour one out. But you do see somebody wearing what looks kind of like a really fancy Daft Punk costume. Like it's technically a mech suit, but it's not a great one.
Uh-huh.
And there's little holes carved in the top where there's 2 bunny ears just popping out. And I think she's tapping away on a laptop, and then she looks up and she's like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting company. Wow, wow, that's not great, huh?"
Keep spinning hula hoop.
That's real bad. And I think the driver of the cab just hits the brake. No, they don't need to hit the brake. It's already in neutral. It's just hovering. They get up, and they're big, and they got some ink. They got some eyeshadow, and I think she just gets between the two of you. She's like, "Is there gonna be a problem here?"
I don't know. Are you gonna drive away and leave us alone?
You're asking the leader of the 3rd most dangerous gang in the state? Is there
her.
a state? Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Just
I
attack
swing
him.
at them the moment they don't say yes.
Okay. So, I'm gonna say this is...
Maxie doesn't get to do any funny voices.
So I have bad news, because this is gonna be Dread plus Rush at difficulty 2. You're rolling a single d10.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna do the trans one. Let me double check if this has double zeros, because I see a 10, but that's a 1.
Okay. That's not, ideal. Let me just double check the rules for rolling a 1 in combat.
During all this, Pottleroy is just standing at the threshold of the ship door, just staring down, just dead-eyed expression on his face, like, what? Why would she do that? What? That's clearly a bad idea. Okay, alright, well, it's done now.
Oof, okay.
Okay, so that lady confessed that the person we're looking for is here somewhere, and they're looking for him. So, I mean, I was gonna say we should start fighting now, but Rosa's already on it.
I'm more worried about if Rosa's gonna get off it.
The hell does that mean?
I mean, she's gonna get off the truck without dying. And on that note, so, Rosa, I do think you've managed to fire lasers directly at this woman's cool leather vest. And, it's real shiny. They just bounce off. It's real shiny.
Oh, neat.
And then she punches you real hard. Like 11 stress hard is what I rolled.
Jesus.
In fairness, that would
I
have
don't know how
only
stress
been...
works, but that's a big number.
It's a big number. It would have only been 6 if Fabby had rolled anything but a 1. So let me just roll for Fallout real quick.
Hell yeah.
Alright, thankfully you have just enough corpus resistance to take that. So I think what happens is she punches Rosa incredibly hard with these spiked brass knuckles, and what she's trying to do is basically punch her off the ship. And what she instead does is she gets the trajectory wrong, and Rosa's just ping-ponging around there now. I think she glances off the Rabbit Girl's laptop, and she's like, "Hey, come on!" So what are the other 3 of you doing while that's going on?
Regretting my life choices.
Oh, come on. At some point, you got to get used to this sort of thing, Pottleroy.
I am really trying hard not to.
I whip out my extremely cursed automaton and leap down into the hole that Rosa made in that vehicle.
Oh wow, there's 2 of you. Wait, I mean, I guess there's several of you. I don't really know. I'm assuming it takes, 4 of you to crew a van of that size and quality?
Is the person talking the person we were talking to on the PDA earlier?
Yeah, I am. I'm glad you noticed that.
Hi. I'm Forte. We spoke.
Cool, I'm Proxy. I'm a hacker. I'm a dark mage. And we were, hired to blockade this place. You two are kind of making that a lot more difficult.
Oh, geez, yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Like, it's nothing personal. It's just we really need to get in there, and the blockade's kind of getting in the way of that.
Well, like I said, I mean, hey, you're here now. If you got that letter of marque, you don't need a scanner for it anymore, right?
Oh, right, yeah, totally. It's a good point. Yeah, hold on. I think I've got it here, and then I pull out the automaton and just, blast it.
All right. Let me think about what's going to happen from that.
I don't know. It says horrifying + on the traits.
Yeah, no, that... See, the real problem here is I feel like this is a role that Rosa... You know what? No, I'll say Rosa is assisting because,
I'm still
she's ping-ponging around the cab still. Yeah. So, yeah, give me... I'll call it Dread + Brawn, difficulty 0... With assistance from Rosa, that's 2d10.
All right. My highest is an 8.
All right, so I think it just lets out the worst little noise, and instantly, Proxy's laptop is just fucking fried. Hey, this is the 3rd time this week.
Oops, sorry, that was not the letter. My bad. And then I just try to grab Rosa and jump back out.
She lets you.
Basically catch her as she's bouncing around.
I think Proxy can't really mount any attempt to stop you because she's just trying to fix her laptop now.
Good.
And the other girl she's just sort of growling. She's got a bloody nose because Rosa bounced into her face a few times there. Mm. If I ever find you 3 again, you're dead meat, you hear me? 4? There's 4 of you. I don't know why I said 3. Also, I've only seen 2 of you. Whatever.
Listen. Pottleroy's not worth your time. You can give up on vengeance on him. He would take one look at you and run the other way. You have nothing to worry about from him. Bye!
You know what? That's honestly really reassuring. Thanks. So, yeah.
We're up above them, right?
Yeah, but I think you can swoop down and get them on the ship pretty easily.
Okay.
So the good news is, with the laptop taken out, I think that thing was actually really important to their little truck fleet, because a lot of those weapons just seem to be malfunctioning or jamming. Some of the trucks are going off-route, making bigger gaps. They are all planning to shoot at you, but you probably could make it through pretty easy.
Wait, were they all automated?
I'm gonna guess it's just a coordination thing. That many ships trying to do anything in close proximity are gonna need to coordinate, right?
But is there anyone piloting those ships at all at this point? Is it just the 2 of them?
Usually, people like those come in groups of at least 3.
I think Pottleroy's
It's a rule or something.
Pottleroy's gonna grab the PDA and huck it out the door.
No!
No, this has been nothing but trouble.
I regret nothing. I have lived a full and
Leah's gonna shoot her grapple hand to catch the PDA.
Oh, thank God!
Okay.
I just named it, and I could not stand seeing it die.
Why do you want to keep it?
Wait, you gave me a name?
Yeah.
What is my name?
Your name is Maxie.
Well, no, it can't be that. It can't be the same name as the GM. That would just be confusing.
Well, too bad, Maxie.
I'm writing down Maxie, but I'm not happy about it, and I'm going to make it look like an acronym.
Okay. Good. I do want Leah to turn to Pottleroy and say, listen, if we threw someone out just because they seemed totally useless, you would have been gone a long time ago.
All right, yeah, that one's fair.
Listen, it's not her fault she got hacked.
I definitely was not hacked.
It was just a phone call.
I'm pretty sure that this does not have that capability.
Anyway, I'm going to try and dodge the lasers now.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, all right, so I'm going to say... I mean, bulky is a disadvantage here. The ship is bulky, but also... you fucked their fleet up good by removing sort of their central targeting and organization hub. I'm going to say those cancel each other out, so just roll 3d10 for me.
Okay, that is a 9.
All right, awesome. So yeah, I think you bring the RV up and then sort of plummet into a full-on dive bomb. You graze up against a couple of the other trucks on the way, but they just sort of bounce out of the way. You're going real fast, and again, this thing's pretty bulky. They get a few shots off. Most of them are just glancing blows. Most of them bounce off some thing or another that's stapled to the side. You got a lot of parts attached to this thing, and you manage to get to Costa Quindici proper. It starts occurring to you, you're not really sure what town this guy settled down in, but at least you're going to be able to land. Probably.
Probably, hopefully.
Yeah, listen, I try never to think more than one step ahead. It's just too dangerous otherwise.
You know, that explains a lot.
Rosa's just recuperating in the back, taking a nice nap.
Yeah, as we got on board and I set her down, I was just like, good hustle, but try to pick your battles a little cleaner next time, kid.
Dude, what noises do armadillos make? I don't say roar. Here I am, Googling.
I mean,
what
you're a weird
noises
space
do
armadillo.
animals-
I think it's whatever sounds you want to make.
What noises? No, then the immersion gets ruined. What noises do armadillos make? I mean, it's a pink fairy armadillo, so it might be different. They make noises similar to those of mice, such as screeching and scratching.
That makes sense.
Do mice screech?
I guess they also
squeak.
made a sound which resembles a cricket's chirp when flying. Oh, when the cricket's flying, not the armadillo. So yeah, it Rosa chirps.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm gonna say you managed to land the RV without much further issue. There are a few more shots at you, but you managed to park it in the forest. They aren't going to be able to find you very easily. Make your way out into a nearby town, which is a lovely little... It's not really a tourist hotspot because this place hasn't gotten tourists ever since the blockade started, but it's the sort of place where you can find thieves and ne'er-do-wells and people who... everybody's got to live somewhere.
All right.
And a floating island in the middle of nowhere it's as good as anything, isn't it?
You know?
It's not as good as anything. It qualifies as a place to live.
It sure does.
Yep.
Pottleroy recognizes that he is going to need to defend himself here. So I did not talk about this last time, but I've got my weapon is a ceremonial ruby-encrusted electric fencing foil that I took with me when I ran away from home. It is very powerful, except it's also purely for ceremonial purposes, and it has to be plugged in to be used. So I think as we're going along, I'm just frustratedly trying to untangle the cable.
How long is the cable?
I'm thinking 20 feet.
You gotta have enough room to duel with.
Right, yeah. But that really, listen, unless you are really diligent about coiling that up properly and maybe putting a twist tie on it, that is going to become a mess. You put that in a closet, and that's exactly what's happened.
Let's
think-
just pray that when there's trouble, we're near a wall.
I think the PDA pipes up again.
You know, Empire Electronics offers a wide range of cable management solutions.
Okay, great. Where am I going to get that right now?
The nearest Empire Electronics
I wasn't
outpost
seriously asking!
No. Let's hear him out.
is approximately 500 miles away as the crow flies.
Thank you, Maxie.
I'm assuming you mean the PDA, so you're welcome.
Bit of a weird response.
Yes,
but
who else would I be talking to? Weird.
All right, so PDA, can you tell us where this Garcia is at all?
That would be difficult to determine. Do you know what he was going to do after retiring?
And I think Leah's arm is like, from what I recall, he talked about opening up a bar and grill with a whimsical, easily recognized name, possibly some sort of pun. or play on words.
Those people are the worst.
Just for the sake of the listener, I'm just going to say that Leah reiterates that to the to the PDA.
I think the PDA directs you to... Thankfully, it's not too far away, because I want to keep this simple. It is a small tavern right by the forest. There's a little pond outside of it. I'm really being inconsistent with whether I do the narrator voice or not, but just gotta roll with that. So yeah, there's a little tavern out by the forest, little pond next to it, and on a big sign right above the front door, it says, "The Crossbones Inn."
Well, that's nice.
Is that whimsical? That doesn't strike me as especially whimsical.
Is it?
No, because the bones are crossed.
Well,
It's
right,
fun.
that's just sort of a pirate thing, though.
Is it a pun?
Oh.
Does that count as a pun?
What would be the pun? What's the...
Is there like a second half to that phrase, like crossbones in somewhere?
You know what?
Is it-
If nothing else, I could use a drink. Let's check it out.
Do you think they just serve bone-in chicken wings?
Oh yeah, it's the cross bone in.
Oh, you mean chicken wings?
What? Well, no, as opposed to boneless chicken wings.
You mean chicken strips?
Oh, I see. We've got a fancy pants on our hands.
You're calling someone else a fancy pants?
Well, if you're going to denigrate boneless wings, yes.
Mr. Pottleroy Whippleberry Doomlord the Third is
Don't
going to call
say
somebody
my
else
full
fancy.
name around here. I slap my hand over her mouth. Listen, people aren't supposed to know my full name. I could get in big trouble if they did. So let's just go in, and I'm going to ask for a kids menu and order boneless chicken wings.
What? If you want to keep your name secret, why do you refuse to let us call you a nickname?
You can just call me Pottleroy.
That's going to give up the game anyway.
It's a common enough name.
No, it's not. Name another Pottleroy anywhere in the world.
I don't have to stand here and play these games with you. I am going inside.
There was Pottleberry Sparkleton.
She grabs him with her robot arm and says, "You do have to stand here until I let go." Sorry, Lexi, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to answer your question with Pottleroy Jones. He was a famous politician back in about 20 years ago.
Thank you.
Really? What did he run on?
He was firmly anti-peanuts.
Little strange. Also, didn't the opening narration in the first session explicitly say that there was no governments here?
There are governments, they're just not as important.
Oh, well, never mind.
Because, you see, a megacorporation holds dominion over the planet in a situation that is completely unapplicable and irrelevant to daily life in reality.
Yes.
Thank you, Maxie.
Thank you for clarifying that, Maxie.
Of course, happy to help.
Oh no, I meant the GM.
Of course, happy to help.
I meant the PDF.
So yeah, I think the four of you go into this barn grill. It's not entirely empty, but there's only a few people in the corners, most of them eating peanut substitute or having themselves a midday brewski. And in the...
Yeah, absolutely decimated the bar snacks industry.
At the bar itself, wearing an apron and what you would assume from context is a false chin beard, is a tall, very old but friendly-looking man. Pretty thin, no skin, no musculature, big smile on his face.
Is the big smile because it's just a skull?
Yeah, you know how it is. Well, I mean, it's not just because it's a skull. He's also a very friendly person. He's like, "Oh, hey there, welcome to the Crossbones Inn. Can I get you for anything? Well, I don't know if the fourth one is eaten here or not, but can I get you 3 + 1 anything?
Okay, I get the pun now.
Oh yeah, no, it's real clever, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
it's good. I'll first to admit, you got us. I was real skeptical about this name, but I'm immediately won over.
I lean over to Forte and say, well, now I'm worried it might be offensive to ask for boneless wings.
Also, why don't you want Pottleroy to eat here? seems rude.
you know how boys like him are. They're always just gorging themselves on the salt and the sugar packets and asking for biscuits and gravy, but then they only eat the gravy and they leave the biscuits. It's a waste is what it is.
Are you going to eat the biscuits?
Of course I'll eat the biscuits, yes.
You sure? They're low-fiber biscuits.
Listen, we have plenty of salt and sugar back home if he asks.
Wheat is itself a fiber. There's no such thing as a low-fiber biscuit.
Technically, wheat is a starch that contains gluten, which is wheat protein, and is often a source of fiber. It depends a lot on how you process it, you know.
Alright, so it's fiber and gravy, congealed into flour. I went to science class.
I'm honestly pretty impressive that you just had that off the top of your dome.
Well, you know, I'm a bit of a scholar.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, people are always saying, "Oh, hang on, I need to remember my name real quick." It definitely doesn't start with a G.
I definitely feel kinship with this guy.
William. People are always saying, "Oh, that William, that Billy, he's a real scholar of the sciences."
Leah's just gonna whisper into her arm real quick. So that's him, right?
Yeah, it's definitely him. I don't remember him being a skeleton, but I guess he wouldn't remember him being a ghost, so...
What did he used to be?
I never really decided on that. I think he might have just been a guy. But maybe he was a fun bird man or something like that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't see why anyone would ever try to play a funny bird man. Honestly, that seems like a poor species choice for a character. All right. Leah's gonna walk up to him and sit down at I guess he's at the bar. Mm-hmm. And she's gonna lean in and kind of whisper to try and keep the patrons from hearing it. Hey, so got my paw here, living in my hand. He's a ghost. You might be familiar with the whole being undead thing. Old friend of yours, guy by the name of Buckner.
Oh, you're Buckner's kid? Oh, I haven't seen you since you were this big. And he cups his hands together in a way that suggests he's holding just a regular, actual rabbit.
Yeah, no, that's accurate. That's how we all start. I understand why you might not want to be too open about the G word, but we're hoping to get a word with you when you can. Maybe after hours, after you close.
Oh, I can close whenever. Hey, you lot, get the hell out of here. And
well, I mean, I didn't want to eat into your business. Well, okay, we did want to eat into your business, but only so far as actually eating some of your food.
I mean, I don't pay rent, and, I don't really got to worry about food and water for obvious reasons, so it's really no trouble.
Okay.
And I think
Rosa started kicking out patrons.
Yeah, no, they're all grumbling about it, but they are leaving without much of a fight.
So what do you need to worry about if not food and water?
Well, I don't know if you noticed this on your way in, but Empire really doesn't like this place. They got a whole convoy of vaguely emo truckers. Is that their thing? I never really got what their thing was. I think they're emo, but one of them's dressed like Daft Punk.
Yeah.
As far as we can tell, there was only 2 truckers, actually.
Tell you what, as an old family friend, how about we each do each other a favor? You help me get some information, and me and my team here will see what we can do about the barricade.
Oh, sure, that'd be a huge help. Really improve business.
Again, I whispered to Forte, didn't we already kind of try to see what we could do about the barricade, and it wasn't much?
Well...
Rosa whispers, is there a bear?
Oh yeah, a bear
A
arcade.
bear in an RPG? That would simply be absurd.
I know. Ridiculous.
Yeah, especially if you put one in the same place with the fun bird. That would be just fucking overkill.
Okay, this is getting a little too self-referential for my taste, so I think we can just maybe try and come up with some ideas about what to do with the truckers. Maybe find out a little more about
I don't know. I don't know if this is getting too self-indulgent or not. Let's ask Maxie the PDA.
I think it's just as self-indulgent as it needs to be, but also, if they're conducting a full blockade, I don't think that laptop was the only point of organization? I don't know what the term would be.
Contact?
Sure, contact. There's probably some sort of planet. Island side. You're not in space. You're on a planet with little islands. Anyway, there's probably some sort of island side communications hub related to that convoy.
Okay. Yeah, we could probably do something about that. Anyway, Mr. Garcia, so we need to ask you about, a little incident we had on the way here, and, Can I just say that Leah explains to him everything that happened?
Sure.
All right.
Well, that's odd. So you say the demon was in the tube, but it was real hungry.
Seemed like they were starving it on purpose, at least according to Pottleroy.
Well, if I had to take a guess, I'd think that's some kind of all-devourer. There's a few different varieties. It doesn't matter too much for purposes like this. And I would think that if they had it at a performance, they were going to leech off the K energy of the performance itself, maybe feed it through some kind of filter, which then feeds into a battery, lets them store it permanently instead of letting it release back into the ambient atmosphere. And
oh, yeah, we broke that too, right? We broke some sort of battery?
Yeah, we broke that. But, okay, so they weren't able to store it up. What would be, say, the consequences of the demon just sort of being let loose to wreak its havoc?
Oh, that would be terrible. Probably most of the life on that island would be torn apart. Most of the matter on that island, honestly. It'd just eat everything unless somebody killed it.
All right, well, then...
Just be a big old hole in the map right there.
Well,
That's
no,
neat.
Better hope you didn't leave any chests, because you're not going to be able to go back and open them, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, no point in crying over spilled islands.
Yeah, so that's a lost cause. That place is just gone now.
Yeah, so what?
Rip.
Where would the demon go after that? Like, is it just gonna leave?
Well, I'd imagine it just sort of float, or gradually the pull of gravity would bring it down to the bladed below lands. The belowlands, the blighted belowlands, you know how they are. Where everything is covered in a permanent thick mist. And, well, you know, most people down there are probably dead. So it'd just gorge itself on the ruins and their corpses until it eventually starves to death.
Well, that seems
okay.
Yeah, that seems like a self-solving problem, really.
Yeah.
I guess the alternative is that it would start gnawing away at the base of a bunch of skyscrapers, and eventually they'd collapse, leading to millions more dead in something that was incredibly tragic and totally avoidable. But, you know, no way to know for sure. Big world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
People
so
die all the time.
So, say we were at all inclined to go back and kill that thing. How do?
You know, I don't really know. Usually I would just banish it, but I don't know the method they used. You'd probably have to talk to somebody who helped with that, and if it's Empire, that'd probably be one of the Doomlords.
Well, we've got
Imagine all the eyes just turning over to me.
Well, we got some fantastic news there, Mr. Garcia. Hey, Pottleroy.
Don't you... Oh, yes.
Yeah, so this here, and she just puts a big exaggerated putting her arm around Pottleroy,
You can't... Please don't.
like almost giving him a noogie.
Please don't.
Like, this here
Stop
is
it,
Pottleroy,
please.
Whippleberry,
Don't say
Doomlord
it.
the Third.
Oh, you said it.
Heir to the Doomlord estate, presumed dead, and presumed wrongly so. For now.
Well, that's fantastic. Are you any good at banishing demons, kid?
No. Not even slightly.
Now,
How many times have you
yeah,
tried?
Pottleroy, don't be too hard on yourself here.
Yeah, we'll have to find something you're good at. Who knows if it's banishing?
Can I, see if, there's anything in my past here that might, might give me some ideas about what we can do about this demon situation?
Honestly, I think the thing that comes to mind from your past is... So you got this uncle.
Uh-huh.
Victor Styx Doomlord.
Okay.
He's pretty important in Empire. He can probably take care of it. Like, you're 99% that he can take care of it fine.
Okay.
He's probably already on that.
All right, yeah. No, listen, demon banishment, that is an Uncle Victor situation. I'm sure he's already got it well under control.
Would Empire even bother to banish it when they summoned it? Like, would the CEO even care?
Well, they summoned it to try to contain it and use its awesome power for goodness knows what. They don't want it just running amok all on its own.
Are you sure?
Like 70 to 80% sure, yeah.
Alright, so we can assume that Pottleroy's family has this under control, and if anything does go bad, we all agree that's on them?
Oh, that sounds fine to me. No demon over here.
I look mostly at Leah.
All right. Well, okay then. Any idea what they might have been trying to use that energy for?
Well, if I had to guess, it's more a matter of control than anything else. See, the way that K-energy usually works is it just goes back into the ambient environment so it can be harnessed again by anybody else. But, see, if Empire gets a hold of it and they can store it, then they got a monopoly on it. And you know how they like their monopolies.
Yeah, those fuckers just can't get enough of the monopolies, you know? They'll buy every special edition that comes out, you know?
And they're all the same game. I don't understand the appeal. There's Monopoly Junior, but that's only good if you're like 2 years old.
Yeah.
So
Didn't Monopoly Junior, didn't that one codify the whole money under free parking thing that ruins the whole thing, makes games last 10 hours?
So what I'm hearing is they're trying to build up the electric company, and
probably the waterworks too.
well, one would only assume. And so the fact that we kind of destroyed this attempt, do you think they're going to be real mad about that?
Oh, they're gonna be furious. They probably tripled your guys' bounties just from that.
Well, I mean, that's... at some point, those are all just numbers, right?
Sure, but they're numbers that get bigger and bigger, don't they?
I'm willing to go for a high score. Now.
Gamers.
Uh-huh.
Says Rosa.
Now, well, all right. I appreciate you answering our questions. Now, how do you suppose we break this blockade of yours?
Well, the easiest way would be to figure out where that communications hub, that fancy tablet, the little fella you got there is talking about. The little bleep bloopy guy. I'm not really an electronics guy. I'm more about invoking demons through blood rituals and stabbing people and taking their stuff.
You know how it is. Because an AI is basically a demon.
A daemon,
Actually,
if you will.
Could we use a daemon to attack the folks making the blockade?
You know what? It didn't really occur to me. I suppose we could. I could keep her under control while you four, Pottleroy, no offense. While you four go back into the sky, take out their main little triad, and if we hit them from both ends, then that should take care of things pretty easy.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Wait, who's their third one? We had the Daft Punk lady, the Bruiser, and who's number 3?
I don't know, but people like that usually come in threes, don't they?
People keep saying that.
Sometimes there's 5 of them.
Well, yeah. Let's hope there's not 5 of them. If there's 5 of them, we're fucked.
Well, if there's 5 of them, then each one is going to be weaker. Whereas if there's 3 of them, each one of them is going to be a little stronger. You know how these things work.
Yeah. Okay, then. All right, so, where should we start?
Well, it sounds like we should just leave the demon versus communications hub situation down here to Mr. Garcia here, and we can head back up and I guess deal with the folks we tried to fight earlier.
Yeah.
Why don't I really just slipping that "we" in there?
My concern is where this third, fourth, and fifth person is going to be.
Well, if we start with let's just start with the 2 we know of, and we can go from there.
All right.
We choose a truck, we blow up the truck, and we move to the next truck. That's math.
That is how math works. That's true. Okay. All right. Mr. Garcia, you start wrangling that demon. We're going to go blow up some vans.
Sounds good to me. Hey everybody, it's Maxie. I hope you're enjoying the show. As a reminder, regular episodes of Eidolon will resume on April 19th for subscribers and April 26th for everybody else. That means the interlude's already almost halfway over. Yet another reminder of the merciless march of time. Anyway, if you do like the show, consider supporting us at patreon.com/eidolonplaytest. For only $1 a month, you get access to new episodes a week in advance. If you're listening to this one on April 5th, you could have listened to it on March 29th. You could be listening to next week's episode right now. At $3 per month, you'll get access to early episodes plus a monthly bonus podcast where Luke and Molly discuss the design of Eidolon, Become Your Best Self. You also get access to the GM notes for each episode, including these interlude ones. And for $5 a month, you'll get all that, plus you'll get your name read out on the podcast like so. I want to give a big shout out to 21st Century, Monica Ulmansik, NM, Zach Weatherford, Power Dork, Matt Boltzel, Gray Aster, Augie Doggy, May Lawver, Maximilian Gumble, Kevin King, Charlie Neal, Theodore Beauregard Mann, Propagable, Kenny Albrecht. It's either Brule or Brule. I thought it was Brule last time. Maybe it wasn't. Big Fella, Liam Black, Jenna F., Ren Diaz, Clockwise Man, AJ, Mary Painter, Robin Long, Robin Magi, Casey, Patch, Nubs, Eater of Dice, Imran Bassett, Sudzu, Mage of Spade, Joe Ricciardelli, Mark Sokolov, John Brownlee, Ava, Grief Ninja, Addie Giel Ralston, Tanner Vogelsang, Benjamin Lewis, Abby Tandon, Crass Pants, Scaly Haley, Bizarre Logo, Christopher Pragados, Tabitha Spokes, Pete Shaka, Destry Hawk. I am so excited for the finalia that I am gonna stop stealing names. I just realized that's a pun on finale. Make that finale. Wait, is it finalia or just finale? Anyhow, Dreshura, Adam Levine, Tono, the mysterious fox of Fox Hollow, Jeans, James Terenzia, Soda Juice, LV, Kyle Wayne LaCroix, Cassandra Mira, Smokey, Hannah,
Big Titty Golf Tradwife,
Queen Cat Attack, Dragon Girl Josie, Freebie, Mitchell Dill, Beardo, David, Jenny Size, Fire Princess Lily, Jordan Sam, Paradotted, Abilene, Witsu, Celeste Jennings, Jennifer, Johan159, Mark Myers, Sky, Morgan Spade, Eli Maroney, June B, Jacob Hathcock, Jeff Dorman, Dylan Lee, Evan, Lucentia, Virgil Purcell, Liam Conlon, Rizzy, Lachlan Cleland, Ryan Ball, Robert Wilson, Ellen, Evie Helms, Erica Maybe, Striven, Lizzie Two Shoes, August, and the Z-Mage. That was actually a list of 100 subscribers at $5 or more. We are extremely grateful. It means a whole lot to us that you want to support the show and that you're enjoying the show as much as you are. If you're not subscribed on Patreon, if you can't afford to, if you're spending your money on other things, totally understandable. If you want to tell your friends about the show, word of mouth is huge for us. Gets the word out about the show. That is a huge help and, gets it to other people who might want to hear it. Other than that, as for Our Stormy Present, like I said before, expect that to release on the 5th of April. If you're not a Patreon subscriber, then it's actually already the 5th of April as you're listening to this, so you can go get it right now. It's available at blackberryandholly.itch.io for $15 or on DriveThruRPG for $18. That's all I have for you right now. Let's get back to the show. And the four of you pile back into the ship, which begins to rise back into the sky above the island, and those trucks got a lot denser. Seems like they're not so much doing a blockade now as just sort of trying to mess with you in particular. That doesn't seem great.
No, but now it's easier to jump from truck to truck.
Or
Rosa says as she starts spinning her hula hoop.
Or, this is a ramming vessel.
It sure is.
What if we just make a big old demolition derby?
I like the way you think.
Oh, God, yes. God, yes, do it.
All right, everybody strap in.
Pottleroy digs a helmet out from the closet.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna fucking ram some people. How do I do that?
All right,
wait.
Oh.
I think when you say ram, Rosa's like, okay, and goes to her place, which is kinda, there's like a thing in the front where she ties herself up and turns into her invulnerable form.
Oh God, yes. Are you saying
which
that...
is a thing she can do.
Is Rosa doing that defensively, or are you saying that she is the ramming prow?
Well, she's in the pillbug. Mm-hmm. She's in her pillbug form, and she can't do anything, but she can't stop anyone from using her to ram into people.
Okay. All right, so let's see. Give me... Okay, so I'm going to say +1 from bulky, and then ramming prow brings that action down 1 difficulty, So yeah, I'm gonna say give me 4d10.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I believe that's 400.
Oh, those are all bad rolls. That's a 5.
Oh. All right, let me think about how this is gonna turn out. First, let me roll integrity stress real quick. Probably just 2d2. I can't do that on Google. Okay, yeah, that's 1. You're fine. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna say you rev up the van and just gun it towards this mass of trucks, and you are plowing through them. You just tearing them to shreds. Some of them are falling down towards the island. Others miss the edge of the island entirely, and they're just gone. But there's a lot of them, and there's only so many that you can plow through before the engines start to stall a little bit. You gotta pull back or turn around just to get some juice going.
All right, yeah, I'm going to try and turn around and move back toward the center of the island.
I think Forte's PDA starts going off again.
What do I do? Do I pick up? Do we want to talk to her again?
We may as well. It might distract her.
I mean, if you think you can get anything useful out of it.
I'm a ball, so I can't really comment here.
Hello!
Hey, surprise! And somebody bursts out from under the table. She's wearing a flowing black dress, and it's black, but it's got like some brightly colored stripes on it. You ever seen fruit stripe gum?
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, imagine that. And her eyes are just completely white. And she says, "Hello, I am Odds Onus, and I was sent here to kill you, so let's have some fun with that."
I think, like, that is partially drowned out by Pottleroy screaming as he's running to go plug in his sword and then attack her with it.
Do we have a plug-in like the,
I think you have a
oh my
plug.
God, word.
We've got a thing to convert the cigarette lighter into an outlet.
That's what I was trying to. The cigarette was the word that I was trying to think of.
All right, I don't really know what that's all about.
Oh, he just does
But-
that. So what's your deal? Like, what sort of killing? What's your style?
Well, on the one hand, I got this fancy grenade launcher, and she pulls out a grenade launcher that's just kind of covered in glitter, and I'm trying. Oh,
I love her, by the way. I just want to make that sure me, Fabby, loves this character.
I'm trying to think of a good sticker to be on this grenade launcher that isn't just straight up Invader Zim, and I can't. So I'm gonna say that just Gur's on this grenade launcher.
I was gonna say on this planet it's just called Zim.
Grenade go grr.
I don't think that is how grenades go. I think they go boom.
When she pulls that out, I'm just like, okay. Now you do realize this is a very enclosed space, and this feels like a kill us, and I point to her pointedly, us situation, and not just kill us.
Well, I like to have a little fun. I could use my psychic powers instead. I got this nifty headband. I can do that.
Well, what kind? Is she wearing the headband, or is it one that she pulls out to put on?
Oh no, she's wearing it.
Okay. Oh, what's that one do?
Well, it allows me to more easily channel my psychic abilities. I can do telekinesis, pyrokinesis, could read your mind, but there's not really a whole lot of use for that in a combat situation.
No, definitely not. I'm taking a couple steps forward as I'm talking to her, and I'm just like, no, definitely not. Personally, I just kind of go, and then I'm gonna activate my hidden cyberblade.
Oh hell
and
yes!
Use quick draw
Okay.
to. Oh yeah, no, go ahead. Tell me what I need to do.
Oh no, I was just going to say, do you also want to burn Disarming Smile on this?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no, give me just straight up 4d10.
Highest is a 9.
All right, so let's see, and that does d4 damage. So give me 1 second. All right, yeah, that's 3 piercing damage.
Cool. And I was aiming specifically for the headband. I don't know what.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, no, I can work with that. I don't think you managed to break it, but it does start emitting a bunch of sparks and kind of cool colored lightning. And she's like, oh, that's not good at all. I really wish you hadn't done that.
Yeah, if only you'd had some way of, like, knowing that was going to happen. Oh, well.
Oh, I get it. You know, that's funny. You've got me there.
Yeah, that's kind of her thing, is shit like that.
I think, meanwhile, the other trucks have managed to... First of all, the people driving them and sort of controlling them remotely, probably both are happening. You know how it is. I think they've realized, maybe we shouldn't cluster up around the thing that is really good at ramming. So they're trying to spread out a bit and just all take aim at you.
I'm going to say this might be a good time to start whipping out the harpoon and tether.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna start. I'm going to do a scaled up version of my usual combat tactic. I'm gonna try and harpoon the biggest ship I see, and then swing it into the other ships.
All right, I think the biggest ship you see is going to be that big one that the other two of the bosses are on, and you can tell which one it is because it's got a huge hole in the cab. And a bunch of dents, for that matter, but the dents came from the inside, so they're more like bulges.
Yeah.
Like a popcorn.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim for that.
All right, give me... it's already taken a beating. Yeah, give me 3d10. No special modifiers on that.
Okay, that's a 6.
All right. I'm going to say since these guys are a big deal, I'm going to roll d4 integrity stress for that. Right, that's 2. And then probably no fallout, but got to roll just to be sure. Okay, yeah, you're fine. So I think they realize what you're doing, and in addition to the other trucks, they're all firing at the Brave Hope. But again, this thing is just... I was going to say this thing's built like a truck, but it kind of is a truck, and also it's being shot out by trucks. So that's not a great simile, is it? This thing's real sturdy. So it is getting peppered with bullets and lasers, but it just keeps going, and Harpoon manages to pierce them square through that cab's dashboard, and I think it's reasonable to assume that you're going to whip them into some of their friends from there.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, you are using this other truck as essentially a flail to hit a bunch of their underlings' trucks. And I think Proxy comes over. This time it's Odds' headband thing. And she's like, Odds, is everything okay over there? Everything's fine. They've damaged my headband a little. It just means my psychic powers are going to go haywire because I no longer have full control over them. And I think on cue, Rosa starts floating, and this is going to be fine for Rosa. She's in pillbug mode. Might not be great for the rest of you. And I think she's barreling towards Pottleroy now.
Yeah, Pottleroy has finally gotten his sword plugged in and was, like, turning to go fight. I guess he's just gonna try to, duck under Rosa.
All right.
Sorry, the mental image of that is just so good.
Just, aha! Wah!
Give me family plus steel, Pottleroy.
Okay, so that's, 2 d10?
Yep.
Alright, let me, roll this. That is gonna be a 7.
All right. So I think he mostly manages to duck, but it sure does bounce off the top of his head. And Rosa sure is covered in armored plates. So I think she does manage to... Oh, she really skins your forehead something fierce.
Okay.
That's going to be 3 corpus damage.
Okay.
Let me see if you... And I rolled a 1 on Fallout, so...
God.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, yeah, Pottleroy's bleeding a bit.
Alright.
That's all, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I think he is too amped up with adrenaline to really notice. He's just pure panic. And this just, whirlwind of panicking and flailing an electric sword around comes at the assassin here.
Okay, yeah. I think... you know what? Since that was a partial success, I'm just going to give this to you. I'm just going to roll d6 for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's a 1. Pottleroy's really doing great here.
I will never succeed in a roll.
I mean, that's technically a success. Also, I just need to note 1 coin stress, because the blade is high maintenance. But you can take a bunch of that, so that's fine. So yeah, I think his frantic flailing combined with Rosa now bouncing back, it doesn't really hurt her too badly, but it's enough to get her a bit scraped up, kind of carve away a bit of her dress, and she's like, oh, this really isn't my day at all, is it?
Kind of doesn't seem to be going great for you. Sorry.
See,
It's
normally
not going great for us either.
Die!
Normally these things go a whole lot smoother.
Yeah, smooth isn't really how we do things.
I think Leah notices a tug on the harpoon, and she sees that the third one, who I'm just gonna say, that's Ace Hill. She is just sort of crawling up the tether. And she's slow, but she's making her way.
Am I still being thrown around?
You can stop if you want to be.
Yeah, I want to stop and go get my revenge.
Okay. Then yeah, go for it. Tell me what you do.
Can we... Hold on. While you're still a ball, can we fastball special?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so Leah is going to, like, shoot her grapple hand and fucking pull Rosa out of the air and then just wind up and fucking, like, launch Rosa through the window at the other person.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to say that's brawn plus family. I'll say mastery because of Pillbug and because it's cool. And then, see, you're at range, and I noted that Ace isn't great at range. So yeah, give me 3d10.
Okay. Oh, that's a 6. Damn it, I'm just not rolling well.
All right. I'm going to roll with Rosa's weapon, so that's going to be d8 plus 2. That's a 3.
Okay.
Great.
So yeah, I think Rosa, she's basically a 3-dimensional buzzsaw, and she's just carving apart Ace's vest. It is nothing but shreds and tatters. And then Ace does manage to grab her and throw her back at Leah.
Oh, shit.
The deadliest game of catch.
Rolling d6, and that does 4 corpus damage to Leah. I did forget to clear your armor last time, so that's effectively just 2. And
right.
I think right before it's going to hit you in the face, your arm just whips up and catches Rosa.
Cool.
Gotta keep your eyes on the ball, kid.
Yeah, I there's a lot of balls in the air right now.
You know what? I think Rosa unpillbugs and just uses her laser hula hoop to cut the line that what was her name? The
Ace
leader?
Hill.
That Ace Hill is using to climb.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. Like,
Our harpoon!
she just swings back towards the cab, and she's like, I hate you so much!
Rosa winks and blows a kiss.
Rosa, that was our harpoon!
You've got like 3 of them.
Yeah, but do you know how hard they are to replace?
Wait, why do you know our inventory? I haven't put that in you.
I don't always know what you've put in me. Oh, no, I can't phrase it like that. I don't always know what information is accessible to me and what information isn't. I'm just kind of going for it, and then you throw me a curveball like that.
It's called yes and
I
Lexi.
programmed your PDA. I got bored one night.
Oh, okay, that's probably. I mean, why do we have it if not for keeping track of this stuff, right?
Listen, Forte, I know you like fucking with, like, lesser beings. That's why we keep Pottleroy around. I get it. But you have to stop making your PDA question its grasp on reality.
No, this was a legitimate one. I didn't know.
Pottleroy's gonna take another swing at odds.
Okay. I think she is readying the grenade launcher, so I hope this works for you.
Yeah.
Give me precision plus dread at difficulty 0.
Okay, so that's 2d10?
Yep.
Yep. I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Oh, Luke.
All right. Let me just see how much damage that grenade launcher is going to do. All right, that'll deal 4 damage.
Okay.
Now, Luke, you do have an ability which lets you feed that into coin instead. Oh, give me a second. And you would have just taken 1 corpus from your bleeding. So, how do you want to handle this?
I should probably, I don't know how we justify that in fiction that it hurts coin instead of corpus.
I mean, she's shooting you point blank with a grenade launcher, so I think it just fucks up your clothes real bad.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. So, yeah, that's gonna be 4 more coin stress for a total of 5. And I'll roll Fallout. And you just managed to get under the wire on that one. So, yeah, I think what happens is she instinctively raises her grenade launcher to block the sword, and you just sort of stick it in the barrel. And there's just a burst of electricity, and it's not great for either of you. It does fry your own outfit a bit. You got this real nice pink cape. Used to be a blood red cape. You didn't really know how laundry worked.
Right.
It's looking real tattered now, and that's a shame. But honestly, could have gone a lot worse.
Could've.
And now she's just kind of thumping the grenade launcher, clearly kind of angry at it, like, come on, old Betsy, you're not supposed to be like this.
Wait,
You're supposed to...
Why do you know that name?
That's her.
And I think while she's hammering away on it, her headband sparks again, and she does end up just sort of whacking herself in the face with it. Well, that's no good at all.
Listen, Lexi has forgotten her name. What was her name?
Odds?
Forte? Oh, odds.
Odds,
Yes.
yeah. Listen, odds. How do I put this? Well, it looks like fortune really isn't favoring either of us at this point. It might be good to just call this one a draw, sort of back off one another. What do you think?
Honestly, at this rate, I'd probably be fine with that, but you'd have to convince my girlfriends.
Oh, are you you together? You a polycule?
Yeah, it's really romantic, isn't it? Just going across the planet, brutalizing people, setting up blockades under questionable circumstances.
Rosa nuts.
I mean, you are working for an evil mega corporation. That part's not great.
Well, we're not officially part of them. We're just contractors.
That sounds like the good life.
But they are, like, the only people you work for.
Not exclusively. They're just the people we're currently working for.
Who else
have you worked for?
Well, you've kind of put me on the spot here. I don't really have a list of our contracts on hand. There was this metal band out north. There was this... They weren't really revolutionaries as such. They were more just a NGO, but they hired us to beat up some penguins so they could get more fundraising to protect the penguins.
Huh.
We were hired for an action movie once. We were extras.
Wait, they got hired guns to be extras in a movie? They couldn't just find people?
Well, I guess we were technically stunt people more than extras. We brought our own cool trucks.
Listen, no, that makes a lot of sense. You want somebody who can bring an air of authenticity to your picture, right?
Exactly, you understand.
Speaking of which, what's the deal with all these trucks if there's only 3 of you?
Oh, there's more of us. It's just that only 3 of us are important.
Oh, yeah, just that's how it works here, too.
Rosa nuts.
I think
I like how we just constantly shit on Pottleroy where he can hear it.
no, and I think Pottleroy, his clothing in tatters. He's probably got some like soot stains all over him. And he's, you know what? That is the last crack like that I can tolerate. But one day, and he stares daggers at Oz and says, "I want to speak to your manager."
God, yes. Okay, yeah, so you're using Where's the Manager, which immediately gets you an audience with the central authority figure in a given location for D4 clarity stress. And that's just going to be 2, so that's not too bad.
All right, great.
Don't even have to roll for Fallout on that. So yeah, I think she kind of shrinks away, and she's like kind of freaked out. I think. When did he get scary? I didn't catch.
Imagine there's like a split second that like his eyes kind of glow red, but that goes away.
Oh yeah, no, you yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing about him. If you push him too far, and yeah, you don't want to see what happens. If I were you, I would definitely get, I don't know, whoever's in charge here on the line, like ASAP.
Can I borrow your PDA?
Oh yeah, of course.
I guess. Wait, no, I can just contact them through my headband. And she just taps it a couple times, and she's like, Ace, can we call off the fight for like 5 minutes and just have a little summit? And I think Ace over the headband is like, are you joking? After everything they've done, they decimated our fleet, literally decimated. They took out like 1/10 of it, which that's like 10 or 12 trucks.
I was kind of hoping we'd do better.
Yeah,
We're a little
actually,
rusty.
no. They did get a bunch with the flail made out of our own truck, so they probably got like 1/3 of it, maybe even half. That doesn't make it better.
No, I feel a lot better about it.
Yeah, it at least brings up our KDA.
And I think Proxy pipes up. She jumps in. She's like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this, AC. I think maybe we should talk to him. It seems real rough up there, and it's not getting any less rough for us. I think maybe we should bail out of this one. And I think just a lot of silence on the line for a little bit, and then AC's just like, fine, pull up next to the cab. And I think the two of you pull up next to each other while all the other trucks that are still in the air just sort of go back into neutral, stop shooting. Ace slams the door open. What is it you want?
All right, now you listen here. We've acted exclusively out of self-defense today. You have been the aggressor from the moment we have seen you.
You forced your way through a blockade.
We approached the blockade and you turned your guns on us immediately.
We asked you to provide identification and you didn't.
Because our scanner was broken!
Drops the scanner next to them.
Now, when you
It's
say
broken now, for sure.
Yeah.
I can confirm that my scanner is very broken.
You see? But no, you couldn't even just tell us to turn around. You immediately resorted to shooting, and when we acted out of self-defense, now you're going to act like we're the bad guys here. No. We just wanted to go down to the island, talk to a friend, and leave, and you three have been nothing but a headache.
I think immediately after Pottleroy finishes saying that, there is a noise a bit like a dial-up modem, and a bunch of those trucks just start falling out of the air again. Most of them, I would say.
I think Pottleroy sees that, but does not. He's in the zone at this point. He says, now here's what's going to happen. We are going to turn around. We are going to leave. You're not going to follow us. And if we ever see you again, you don't want to know what's going to happen. You understand?
Actually, speaking of understanding, what the hell just happened to your trucks?
Shut up.
That is a very good question. What just happened to our trucks, Proxy? Well, it seems like the island-side communication hub went down due to, if I'm reading these energy readings correct, looks like either a demon attack or an unannounced underground show. And, we're probably... Oh, we're not getting those guys off-world again. Oh, well, we're not getting them off-world again at all, because I think the locals are real mad about the blockade. I think they're going to be stripping those for parts.
Okay, so it sounds like maybe both of us need to be going our separate ways right about now.
Fine. And she does just jab a finger at Pottleroy's chest. But listen up. If we ever see each other again, which we won't because this is episode 2 of a 4-part series and there won't be time for it, you're gonna be the one regretting it, little man.
Oh, well, we'll see about that.
I step up at that point and I'm like, hey, you watch your tone with him.
Rosa's in the background doing the call me sign to her.
I think she just flicks Rosa a business card with her number on it.
Hell yeah!
And then she scoops up her girlfriends, storms back into her truck, and just blasts off.
I think there's like a...
Rosa hides the business card in between the armor folds.
There is like a beat of where Pottleroy is still just like steely-eyed, like locked pose, and then just suddenly collapses. Like, oh my god, where did that come from? Oh goodness! Oh,
good job!
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
bleeding!
listen.
Oh, I'm bleeding! Oh no!
Pottleroy, dude, that was amazing.
Ah!
Buddy, you wanted to, live a real life. There's nothing more real than shedding a little blood for your crew, my friend.
I'm going to go find some gauze.
Yeah, do that. We should, I think before we ship out, we should head back, talk to Garcia, and, repair the ship a little bit. And then we should get the hell out of here.
I think I'm willing to just skip you ahead to the point where you're at the Crossbones again, and he is... You know how normally a bartender might wipe the counter a bunch?
Yeah.
He's doing the same thing with same sort of rag, but he is wiping blood off of his apron.
Great.
And there's a lot of it. And some of it's dried, and he's...
nice.
The rag's got some alcohol or heavy-duty cleaning fluid on it, so it's getting at the dried blood, but you know how it is. He's like, oh, hey, how'd it go up there? I heard a bunch of those trucks crashed. Seems like everything went pretty well.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Actually, question for not in character Maxie, real life Maxie.
Thank you for forcing yourselves to qualify that. By the way, really great move.
Yeah. So is the blockade like Dunzo?
A blockade's donezo.
Okay.
In fact, I think after this session's finished, probably going to give you both an airship advance and a low advance for that.
Okay.
For the listeners at home, those are the methods of progression in our Stormy present. Regular advances are ways for the party members to get cool new abilities, and those happen when they thwart various Empire plans, and airship advances are specific to the airship, and they're when you do some wild shit in the airship.
Cool. But yeah, I think she's just gonna be like, well, Mr. Garcia, I think your blockade problems are a thing of the past, and we're gonna make some repairs, if you don't mind, and then we're gonna ship out.
Oh, sure. I'm assuming you're going to go stop them from making any more of those things, right?
Any more?
Because they're definitely planning to. They're probably already underway.
Yeah, we're gonna need to figure out how to do that, though.
Well, if you needed a recommendation from me, I know that there's this big old research and development skyscraper. You could probably try and infiltrate that or storm it. There's probably a few things you could do there. It's a tabletop. You got flexibility. But you're probably gonna want to go there. They'd probably have some information on this whole thing. Maybe some information that you could destroy. That'd set him back a whole lot.
You know what? I like the sound of destroying things. Hey, Dad. Anything you want to say to Garcia before we go?
Yeah. Can you just put your palm against his skull, and we'll do some thought transmission there.
I never knew you could do that, but sure.
Well, it's only because he's undead, too. You know how it is. We have an understanding.
Gotcha. All right. And she does that.
I think there's just a sequence of various beeps and chimes, a little bit of wailing of the damned, but that's to be expected. I think at one point Garcia's head probably spins around, but, he doesn't have any neck to snap, so it's fine. He has vertebrae, but that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I think eventually the arm just goes limp, and Garcia's he can't really do a lot in the way of making expressions, but he gestures as if he were wiping a tear from his eye, and he's like, "Oh, your father's still one of the nicest people I ever knew, and I'm glad to see you. You inherited his love of doing good deeds and whatnot."
Yep. And a sense of reckless abandon.
Oh, absolutely. It really brings me back. It's good to see kids still carrying on the business,
Yeah, and hey, speaking of business, we'll try to come back and see you here whenever we get a chance.
Hey, there's always a seat for you.
Sounds good.
I'm assuming y'all are all ready to go then?
Yeah.
Yeah, now when Leah says we are going to be doing repairs, I believe she mostly means she is going to be doing repairs.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to probably stay behind at the bar for a while and just, chat with people, try and get the lay of the land a bit.
Rosa holds tools for Leah sometimes, so...
I think Leah does what she must to get the ship in working order again. Thankfully, there's a whole lot of scrap just all around right now. And if anything, she manages to get the caravan working even better than it was before they landed. Once that's all taken care of, I think the four of you get maybe a beer each for the road. You don't want to get too party hard when you're going to be flying a large and dangerous vehicle. And
Pottleroy tries to get a beer, but Leah cuts him off and gets him a soda.
And once again, the four of you take to the skies, leaving behind an island that is still beautifully forested and full of a newfound lust for life and hope that they will manage to make things work, in part because of the trucks that now just litter every surface on the entire damn thing. A man walks amid the wreck of the 97. He has a face covered in chalk and armor that looks like the surface of a lake at midnight, shining with the image of the moon. His axe, which is also his axe, is stained with the ichor of the demon that he and his employer sought to harness. He takes no joy in this victory. Though the creature has been banished, the real estate is a total loss. Moreover, the safety precautions were clearly woefully insufficient. That he had to fight this battle at all is not just irritating, it is an insult. Hey, Vicky Sticks, you and your boys take care of that thing yet?
Yes, Charles, and it only cost us 2 million kibbles worth of military equipment and ammunition, 24 of my subordinates' lives, the uniforms that they wear, and the 97 itself being reduced to a wreck. I will remind you that I warned you security was too light.
How was I supposed to know those four would show up to a podunk establishment like this?
You were debuting a heavily advertised amplifier at the same time as...
Whatever, Vic. Anyway, where were you when all that was going down? Taking your lunch break?
As a matter of fact, yes. You know full well that I cannot function without a properly balanced diet. That
Here
means
we go.
1, the blood of the innocent, 2, the flesh of the weak, 3, the bones of the downtrodden, 4, the tears of true sorrow, and 5, gravies. All of which that diner had in abundance. Now I want you to listen to me for once in your life, Charles. As head of brand integrity enforcement, I strongly recommend against pursuing these pirates. They will come to us, and when they do, we will be prepared to utterly annihilate them.
Eidolon Playtest is produced by Audio Entropy. You can find us at audioentropy.com as well as patreon.com/EidolonPlaytest. You can follow us on Twitter at Eidolon Playtest, and you can follow Luke at SSJ Speed Racer, Lexi at Tabletop Gamera, Fabby at Fabby_Garza, Mike at Mike Loves Rabbit, and me, Maxie, at Maxie Satan. For updates on our Stormy present, follow at Blackberry Holly. We'll be back next week on April 5th for Patreon subscribers and April 12th for everybody else. See you then!